So it's great to be here on Thursday with you. It is September 2nd. We started a brand new month, and that's always exciting. New opportunities, getting closer to the fourth quarter. And yesterday I was on a fantastic conversation with one of our students here. And as we were talking about setting goals and just mindset, we got into talking about abundance mindset, abundance versus scarcity. And I thought that would be a fantastic topic for us today, just to kind of review and look at that, because the scarcity mindset is something that is really easy to fall into, right? And you can experience that in all walks of life. It doesn't have to be just your business related. It can be personal. And you can say things like, well, I'm too old for that, or, I can't change now, or, there's no love out there for me, or I have too many kids. We can always find things to say that would be about scarcity mindset, meaning there's not enough. There's not enough for me too. Versus, and even if we take it to our business and that same mindset, let me see, I'm going to move here. Even if we take it into our business, right, it's easy to say, wow, there's so many Amazon sellers. There's so many people selling mugs, or, so much, there's so many things that are happening. Where do I fit into all that? And versus that, so the abundance mindset would be, wow, Amazon is huge and ever growing. And it's always expanding, right? If we think about statistics from even 2019, there were about 151 million Amazon Prime users in the US alone, and that's huge. And so that means that there is an abundance for all of us. There are enough customers for each and every one of us to create the world or the business that we want to create for ourselves. And so we can also look inward and we can say, okay, well, Karen, my point of view, the way that I see the world is unique. It's not like anyone else. And I bring my own unique personality to that. I bring what I want to share with the world into my business, into my online business, onto my mugs, and whatever I am creating for the world to see. So that's an abundance mindset. And this can go on, and you can take it into anything in life. But today for our conversation, I want to bring it in, hone it into the topic of money, right? So a lot of times in our life, we'll hear, there just isn't enough money to go around, or, I've always made X amount of dollars, so now I'm not going to make any more than that. What's going to change right now? Why should it change for me? Those are questions that we kind of go through in our mind, and we challenge ourselves on that time and time again. We'll see it come up for ourselves, in different times in our lives. And it's interesting also to acknowledge when that happens. What is going on in your life that makes you look at it with a scarcity mindset? And the beautiful thing is that we're able to shift that and change it. And so one of the books that we recommend, like The Secrets of a Millionaire's Mind, asks us to do that review, to look at our current money blueprint, that we look and see, are you set for financial success or financial failure? What have you set it on? It's not something that somebody does for you. This is what you do. So have you programmed yourself for struggle or for ease around money? Are you set for working hard for your money, or working in balance, or having your money work hard for you? And there are different words, when we attach it to money that we can relate to in our lives, like working hard. We're very conditioned to, we need to work hard. Well, maybe our money needs to work hard for us. And so we actively create this abundance mindset in relationship to money. We're talking about money today. And if we think about money in the world, in the way that it is, I always like to relate it to water. I think that's a great analogy. And if we think about water, water flows. The money can just flow. It's an energy. It's a source. And it's flowing all the time around you. It's always ever present. And so if we think about it in that way, and it's not just about, okay, well, I have X amount, and now the numbers in my bank account are showing me something, but we look at it as an energy or as an element like water. And then we make this decision that we now want to pool the water around us. We want to create this big container. We want to collect it. We want to hold on to it. And we don't want to create a dam or a barrier where the water can't flow and it just kind of overflows on us. And then we don't know what's going on. We want to create this input output relationship to money. So we're making some money, we're spending some money. That's definitely important, but we want to make sure that the container that we've created around us is big and it's enough to hold the funds or the money that we want to create for ourselves. And so, again, to look at this book that we recommend a lot, Secrets of a Millionaire's Mind by T. Harv Eker, he talks about permanently changing the temperature in the room. And the only way to do that is to reset the thermostat. And so this is what we need to do for our financial success. We have to reset our financial thermostat. We first have to see it, right? We first have to acknowledge to see where we are, what we've created for ourselves in this lifetime, what kind of ideas are circulating in our mind. Then we have to realize that our thoughts and beliefs, they're not who we are. It's not. We're the observer of these thoughts. And so we can create this change. We can create this new way of being for ourselves. And that reminds me of another great book that we often recommend and talk about is Think and Grow Rich. If you think about the title, Think and Grow Rich, he's teaching us how to literally, with our thoughts, that are things, to be able to grow rich, to make money, to have money, to manifest money, to have it, to hold it, to feel it. And also from that great book, he talks about it's really the same effort in life to aim high and ask for abundance versus accepting poverty and misery and just saying, okay, well, that's the hand that I was dealt and this is how it is. Really nobody is doomed to have bad luck. That's not what this lifetime is about. And a lot of people around the world will think that they're doomed to have bad luck, but that's not the truth. And what I love specifically about Think and Grow Rich is that I always loved chemistry and biology. And he talks about these things as like mental chemistry and showing how we can work magic within that. So we're mixing the elements. We're taking one idea and mixing it with the other and then creating something new. And I love that. That's something that really sits well with me. And so, to continue on this idea of the abundance mindset, we really have to acknowledge that we can create our own misfortune. We can create our own beliefs that set us up for failure and not for the abundance that we're looking to create. And so we're asked to move like we already have what we want. How much money do you want? Do you know? Did you write it down? Do you know exactly how much money? This is what sparked that conversation yesterday, is the amount of money that we're looking to create. Do you know it? Are you solid on it? Do you feel it? Do you feel like you deserve it? Like you can hold on to it and have it? And that's really what we look to create in our mind, because if we have this mindset that that isn't allowing that number or that amount of money to pool and to sit with us, then we're really tripping our own selves. And so just to kind of summarize this and bringing it back into our business, there is enough money to go around. There's enough money for all of us to become millionaires. There is enough. There's no scarcity of that. There's not, it's the same, like if we would just disperse all the food in the world, we would not have world hunger. It's just the way that the things are managed in the world today, that we need to be able to look at things differently. So for instance, we don't have to have all the money that we want right now in our bank account to start our business, right? We can use other people's money. We can reach out, we can get loans. It's something that is very typical to do when we start a business, to reach out, get a loan, get funding, ask for help, those kinds of things. I've started up many businesses and taken out a lot of loans. And so, they get repaid back, believe it or not. And it's a great way to use other people's money in order to create your dreams and desires. Because if we're always held in that space of, I only have, I don't know, $10,000 in my bank account right now, and I want to start up a business that's $20,000, what am I going to do? Okay, well, you don't have to use those $10,000 to create your business. You can actually reach out and get assistance for that. And when you begin to see the world as abundant with money, with that fluid, that motion, that water coming your way, then you know that you're going to be able to exchange, and you know that you're going to create this abundance flow to repay that and take out another one and create more abundance and put out money into the world. And it's really beautiful when we're able to see this exchange happening. money has more value. Money doesn't have any value when you don't spend it, right? It has a value when you want to use it. If it's just numbers in your bank accounts, then it's numbers in your bank accounts, but it has value when you go to spend it on something. Like you want to buy a car or a house or a coffee cup, right? A mug. And then you need to use that currency, and then it has the value to it. So, locking it up in vaults and holding on really, really tight. I mean, some people used to do that and it worked out for them. But, really that abundance mindset is knowing that even though we're spending $1, we're going to make $2, and we'll be able to circulate the money through the system in a healthy and abundant way. And so, we, in these programs, we offer you so much support, and we offer you from the low-hanging system to the Launch 100 programs. And we offer you this fantastic opportunity to create that abundance mindset, to create that abundance flow, the flow of currency from you to the customer, from the customer back to you, and just creating this beautiful cycle that really nourish each other. And so I'd like to hear from you. What are your thoughts about this abundance mindset? Do you practice it? Do you catch yourself sometimes on this scarcity, wheel that's turning? And what do you do to reevaluate? I mean, anything that struck a chord with you. I see Mark's hand is up right away. I love it. Love to hear from you, Mark. Let's hear. What do you have to share?
I'm always the first one up. This is serendipitous for me, because I was just listening to Jack Ducey this morning, which I suggest you all do. I don't know if I'm not an affiliate, but it's Jake Ducey, Ducey. He talks about this, and this is what I was doing in my meditation this morning. But he just raised a good point. He said, it's funny that we're not teaching quantum physics, and we're not teaching, how to deal with taxes, how to handle and understand the mindset of abundance or mindset of money in schools, but we're teaching all this actual stuff. And it's interesting. And he says the programming that we get, it's funny that if we understood money, why is it that 75% of the population pass away with less than $10,000 in their account? Why are over 75% of the population, both Canada and US, I can only speak for those, that are living paycheck to paycheck? So why is that? What are we doing? And it's platforms like this. It's platforms that we can you mentioned programming and words and conditioning. And I think we're conditioned in society, and I have to take it upon myself to like the secrets of a millionaire mind, and be on calls like this, listen to Jake, understand the abundance flow, that I am going to override the programming that's out there, because it is. And you raise a great point here that I know myself. I've been denied myself that abundance flow, and now I'm owning that abundance flow. Even though I've been in business and entrepreneur, I've always had that conditioning behind me. And now, since I understand that conditioning, I can now consciously and unconsciously, with the help of listening and reprogramming my mind, that I do have an abundance flow, that I have abundance mindset, that I'm worth more than I am. So you raise a great point. And I think we're kind of going against the grain, and it's platforms like this that are so important to show up for and really like live it and breathe it in and own it. And I challenge everyone on the call that when you meditate and you say an affirmation that I am worth $1 million, I am full of flow and abundance, just listen to the background noise and see how often it comes up going, I am, but I'm really not. But okay, I'll play the game. And we're all going to go through that. And you just got to punch through that. And it might take a while, but it will come. It will come. But you just got to keep doing it. And I just wanted to share that because you raise a very good point. And this is a great platform to do that. And you just keep saying it to myself until you own it, until you believe it. And you won't at first, and that's okay. But you do have to recondition. You have to reprogram. And you have to use the proper words so we can program. I just want to share that because it's a huge thing in society right now, especially in North America.
Mark, I love that. Thank you so much. And thank you for supporting this platform. I think it's important that we acknowledge that and what we're creating for each other and the support that we're giving. That's That's something that does deserve to be acknowledged. And as you were speaking, I was listening to you, and you're explaining how your thoughts come up, and then those background thoughts that come up for us. You're really looking at that and noticing what comes up for you, so that you're able to address it. Right? So many people are on like autopilot, and I think that oftentimes we underestimate. Let's put it that way. We underestimate the power of our thoughts and what we're creating in this lifetime. But if you think about it, even the pharmaceuticals acknowledge the placebo effect, right? And so, they have to have test studies and groups. And I know it's very complex and all that, but just to kind of make it pretty simple, you have to have a percentage that beats the people that heal themselves from the same thing that they're getting a medication for. They're getting a medication that has nothing in it. They're being told you're getting a medication that's going to heal your condition, and they heal themselves out of that condition. And then that percentage, has to be lower than the other group that's getting the actual medication in order for that medication to pass. And oftentimes it's much higher. So, like the thoughts, the ability that we have in our mind to create the change that we want to see in our life is just profound. So thank you for bringing that to our attention. I just want to add that little tidbit that came to me. Michael, let's hear from you. Now we can see you. You were before you were hidden around your image, and now.
Yeah, which I was going to address is because I'm actually on the phone call right now with Amazon, and it is so frustrating. I cannot tell you. Something that was assured by Amazon was done hasn't been. And now they're telling me I have to restart everything. I'm a little bit annoyed because I've been working with Adam for a week to get my ads launched. And so I want to apologize because I guess I disrespected the spirit of our group. John says, turn off the phone, make sure the door knob or the doorbell is disconnected, all that kind of stuff to make sure you can focus on this. And here I am thinking, okay, well, I called them before the meeting. It'll be done before. No. And so and I got the little thing saying someone's going to unmute me. So I'm like, oh no, what did people hear in the background as I'm giving this guy a hard time because he's telling me all this? So I hope you guys didn't hear all that. I apologize for that. And I say that what we're talking about and what Mark's saying as well is being when we need to focus on these things, we have to be clear and we have to be very stringent to our plans and honor the process. And I dishonor the process. And I apologize for whoever heard me in the background. Oh, okay, good. Because I was doing a little bit of unsavory language. So I just want to let you guys know that was the case. And it made me also aware that I am also, even though I've got the transcript, I'm missing the essence of what we're doing because I'm not present. With yoga, you got to be present. So yes, so I just was a lot of epiphanies happening due to my own mistakes here. No, my own growth, my own growth. So thank you for that.
Beautiful. Yeah, I was just talking in my class this morning that we have this opportunity to be embodied, and so this is the opportunity. Here we are in this body, and living this life. So the more that we, like you said, present or sensitive or feeling or here in this moment, in this body, feeling what we are meant to feel is profound. So that's a great aspect of growth. But let's come back to our abundance mindset here. And we didn't hear you, Michael. So no worries on the background and what was going on. Annette, did you want to share? Did you want to share with us? You have to unmute yourself there.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
Today thank you. It's great. Everything everyone's saying is so valuable. Today I was reminded of something that got away from me, a building that I could have bought for $400,000, but I couldn't find. I had taken this wonderful real estate course and it was great. But could I find anybody to work with me? No. And my now ex-boyfriend and people I thought, a lot of them who did have money, but they were like, no, that's not where I'm going in my life right now or something. Anyway, it got away from me. And I've always felt like, how did that get away from me? Because I thought, well, I've got the mindset for it now. How do I get people around do you know what I mean? Like, how did that get away from me when, how did that get away from me? And I guess that relates to here too. It's like, this is a very different scenario. And on Etsy last night, just one comment about that. I was reading up about why are people getting kicked off ecstasy, Etsy. And I thought, oh, okay, it's because it's for creative people, not drop shippers. And then this guilt came in about, oh, okay, so I shouldn't be trying to make money in Etsy selling mugs, guilt feeling. Anyway, these are the kind of thoughts that I've had today. So I'm wondering if for a little support or advice in that.
Okay, well, let's talk about that. So that would be that scarcity mindset on Etsy. Well, it's not for us, it isn't for us. But then we look at people like Rachel and Adam who've made a fortune on Etsy just by being present there. And then we take upon ourselves to deliver a quality product that doesn't diminish anyone else's there. And we do fall in, we fall well within Etsy's requirements to be there. So
Okay.
yeah, like someone just Liz put in the chat here. We are super creative. I mean, we have to think about those designs
Okay.
and logos,
Yeah.
and you are that, and that's really where I started to show you are so unique in who you are, Annette. You have all of your life
Yes.
experience. What you
True.
bring, into your life and into your business is something completely different than what I would bring, or Crystal, or Missy, or Chukwemeka,
True.
for the matter. And so we have our unique light and our shine, and we're able to present that into the world. And that's the opportunity that you're given here. And so, yeah, it's just like Michael was sharing a little bit of struggle on the way, and you're sharing a little bit of maybe I could have, should have, would have thoughts.
Yeah.
But here we are moving forward, right? Putting one foot in front of the other and continuing on this mission. And then I think that it is important that you see yourself as valuable. You have to see the value that you add into the community. You have to see the value that you're adding to people's lives. And that's that abundance mindset. There is enough for all of us, and you have so much to offer. And you are a unique light in this world that has something unique to give to the world. And so, and if you have another opportunity to buy another house, go for it, grab it. You won't hesitate, right? That's that, people that make decisions quickly and then stick to them. That's the way that we address success. We want to make those quick decisions and then stick to them and not change our mind time and time again, and then just sit in regret. So that is part of that abundance mindset. When you're presented with a fantastic opportunity, do you hold on to it? Do you grab it? Do you do it? Do you take it? Or do you sit and procrastinate, think about it, maybe yes, maybe no, talk yourself out of it? And so, of course, you weigh the options, but it's about making those decisions quick and sticking with them. So hopefully that was helpful, Annette.
Well, I just wanted to say that I felt, thank you. At that time, I was feeling alone. I had the mindset, so I'm thinking, yet I was alone with it. I didn't have a group around me like I do now.
Right.
And what could I, coulda, woulda, shoulda. At the time, it was like I couldn't, behind us is not the direction. Okay, so again, I won't give up on whatever it is. I'm getting the right kind of thinking and thinkers working with me. So, and what we have here is so valuable. So thank you all so much.
Beautiful. Thanks for sharing. We appreciate it. Missy, let's hear from you today. Woo-hoo.
Hello, everybody. I just want to talk about that phrase, abundance mindset. Yes, it's a mindset, but just to use Annette for a second, it's the emotions that were getting in her way. You can't have an abundance mindset unless you feel the wealth inside of you. You have to have faith that it's coming, and unwavering faith that it is there already. You just haven't reached the point. It's coming out of the formless substance from your thoughts. You have to believe it's science, but you can't worry about that. But I'm alone, but I don't have it. You don't need anyone. It's in you. The wealth is in you. And you have to bring it out by just not worrying about what happened before. But it's not just a mindset. Emotions are what make the things come out of the formless substance. Without the emotions, it's just thoughts going through your mind, and those kind of thoughts don't become things. Those are like, gee, I better get milk tonight. That doesn't, you need to have emotions with this mindset, or it
Okay.
is missing the essential element. They go together. It's not just a mindset, and it's real emotions. And like Mark said, you may have to fake it a little, not fake it, it may not be really 100% there, like Napoleon Hill when he saw his son born without ears. At first, even he himself didn't believe. He said, I don't know how this is going, but he just kept it up. And like Mark said, after a while, it stuck with Napoleon Hill, and he was kind of lying to his son at the time, because no one before, born without ears, who didn't have the equipment inside also, could ever hear. You can make this happen, but because he had the intent, burning desire, first of all, the faith, and the emotions, that they all have to tie together, kind of like that loop, but in a different way. If you can't be missing any one of it. If you don't have the burning desire, you're not going to get it. If you don't have the unwavering faith, you're not going to get it. If you don't have the other thing that just went in my mind,
Persistence. You have to be persistent. Stick with it.
Thank you. Yes. You have to keep it up. That's all I wanted to say. So it's not just a mindset, it's a soul set.
It is. And we live on those four realms, and always the emotions is such an important one, because a mind that has those positive emotions is a place that faith can live in, right? We have to have those positive emotions, burning desire in ourselves in order to have that faith and bring things to fruition. So that was beautiful, Sharon. I love that you brought in that. I was thinking to share that one today with his son. Isn't that a powerful story?
You can't beat that.
I mean, how he went, and in the end,
nature.
in the end, he had 100% hearing. So he born without ears, couldn't hear, and then slowly progress until 100%. And he had said from the beginning that he is going to hear 100%. And it took, I don't know how many, 20 years or so until he got there. But
again, even Napoleon Hill didn't have it at the beginning. He had to keep persisting at it. And asking ye shall receive is literal. It's not just a saying. So he never gave up asking. So in that, don't give up, but get your emotions, the correct emotions, and don't look behind you, as Jan said. Just look at your goal, the carrot, as John calls it. Pick your goal, pick your amount, know what your amount is, have a fixed amount, and say to yourself every single solitary day, twice a day. Write it down, read it every day, to use auto suggestion.
There is that. That's part of also Think and Grow Rich. He asked us to write a declaration. And so we read it every morning, every night, and you just kind of, you say it again and again until you have it. And he says, if you don't have it, then you keep at it. You never stop until you own it and you have it. It's beautiful, Missy. Thank you for sharing on that. Patricia, let's hear from you.
Hi, first I have to apologize about my picture not being there, but my shower exploded yesterday. I haven't had a shower in 2 days. So yeah, I'm working on that. Anyway, I'm sitting here, and I know this might sound a little silly, maybe not, but I'm sitting here with tears just falling down my face, because I feel like every one of y'all are talking directly to me today. I've needed to hear everything you said. I have worked for years and years and years with my mind to heal my body. And like you said, a lot of people, instead of using medicine, well, I was on so many drugs. I said, the heck with this. And I quit most of them. And I healed my body myself. I wasn't supposed to be walking, and I'm running, but I forgot one of the most important parts of the body is your mind. You have to heal your mind. You have to feed your mind. You have to use the energy and remember that I was thinking while y'all were talking that I am smart. I can do this stuff. I can do anything. I've had 2 or 3 jobs that I gave up on because, like Annette said, I couldn't find anybody to help me. Well, I look back on them while she was talking, and most of those jobs I could have done myself if I'd have put my energy into doing it, and now some jobs you must have a partner. That's just the way it is. But the jobs that I had, I was giving up is what I was doing. I would get mad at other people, and instead of getting mad at what was going on and taking the bull by the horn, so to speak, and going ahead and doing it, I gave up on them. And this, I don't know. I'm babbling now, and I'm sorry, but I just thank you, every one of you, for everything that you said, because it was so powerful to me. I hate to use this analogy because I hope I don't offend people, but I feel like I'm sitting in church and the preacher's talking directly to me. It's just because and I don't know, it's given me a lot of extra. I feel like I've had a whole dose of penicillin going, okay, you're fixing to heal now. We're ready to go. And so anyway, I'll hush now, but thank you.
I love hearing from you, Patricia. Never feel like you're speaking too much. It's always great to hear from you. And you have such an extraordinary life and so much life experience to share with everyone. So it really is great. And to hear your now health journey, that you were able to heal yourself, I think that's empowering to everyone, because we often think that, we get a diagnosis or we get told something by someone who we respect their opinion, and then we're stuck with it for life. And that's the way it's going to be. And it's the same with money. It's the same with money. We'll be told, okay, we can only earn X amount of money because that's what we earn for the whole, our lifetime. So how am I going to be a millionaire now? But yes, we can. And it starts with those kinds of thoughts and those kinds of affirmations, and seeing yourself holding that money. How much money do you have? Are you holding it, or in your bank account, or whatever you're visualizing, and you already have it? Because your mind will believe what you tell it. You tell it one way, it'll believe it. You tell it the other way, it'll believe it. You're always right. And we see that just coming through. So I think your share is powerful and can inspire others. So thank you for speaking up.
Thank you.
Pauline, let's hear from Pauline and Cynthia next after that. Pauline, you need to unmute yourself.
Yeah, hi everyone. Thank you. I was just wanted to share again, as I was reading this morning, my word for today, basically. So one of the Bible scriptures talks about, it says, life and death is in the power of the tongue. And I was also listening to one of the books that John recommended about consistency, being consistent. And just to think that when we talk, we can either speak life into the situation, or we can speak death into a situation. And how important is for us to have really the right mindset and to be able to be positive. And so everything that we say needs to be something that is going to bring life into a situation and not death into the situation. So thank you for what you've said today. It's really encouraging. Everyone I've listened to, it's been so encouraging, and it is so important because it helps you to develop and to grow and to realize, irrespective of where you're from or what your background is, you can speak life. Even in times when I've felt sick, or sometimes I have pains in my legs, and I was just talk to it and tell it needs to go because I haven't got time to deal with it, and I'm not going to put up with it, and it goes. So, it's speaking life. The Bible says there's power in your tongue. And if you speak death, that is what will happen. If you speak life, that is what will happen.
It's beautiful. Beautiful. I love when things resonate on so many levels. Somebody shared, well, I was just listening to this, or I was just listening to that. You were just reading. And it is profound how much power we have to speak life and to create life in our lifetime and to create abundance, because that's what we're talking about today is, that abundance, that we're creating that abundance in our lifetime, and that we see the number, we see the money, we see the energy flowing into our lives, and that we can hold on to it. So that is creating our own life. And that's a beautiful share. Thank you so much. Cynthia, please share with us.
Well, hello, everybody. I agree with you wholeheartedly, Pauline and Patricia, because my life has been, even this year, a process of physical healing. And For years, I've packed around index cards. Some of you may have seen, I posted it in the chat there because I see them and I can remember even what I wrote on them, right? But faith comes by hearing. And to Pauline's point, the most powerful thing we can hear is ourselves speaking about it. And so what I have learned in my journey of healing, not just this year, but in the past, is the fact that I need to hear myself confess it out loud. And so I read my index cards out loud. I have for many years, and for many years they've been scriptures. And I've seen it in my life, healing in my physical body, but also in this mental process as well. And we can ebb and flow. So consistency has been one of the things I've had to work on. The other thing with our phones these days, we can do voice memos. And if I'm packing my phone around and maybe I don't have my index card and I'm doing the mind battle for whatever it is, whether it's money or health, or, I mean, you can't have money without your health. So we have to overcome that process too. But I make myself voice memos so I can play them when I hear them, wherever I go, if I don't have my index cards. And pretty soon you get it in you. I call it get it in my knower, because there's something we have to get past that, into that Pandora's box, if you will, to change that thought process, right? So I just encourage everyone. I'm still on this journey, but it's blooming. And I was diagnosed earlier this year that I needed to have knee replacement, hip replacement, and back surgery. And you want to know what? I can sleep through the night. I am walking. I am healed in Jesus' name. And I confess that to myself, but I'm seeing it. So I just encourage you, if you don't have index cards, if you don't want to make index cards, make little voice memos, do what you need to do to encourage yourself and remind yourself, so you hear yourself tell yourself that, like Pauline said, as a man thinks, so is he. That's Bible as well. Also, our thoughts, what we think we get is basically what I hear Karen saying here. So I just want to encourage us all, because I'm preaching to myself too.
I love it. So you're giving us practical tools. You're saying, write out the cards, write out, see it, record it, use your phone. So many opportunities to really anchor this abundance into our lives. And I just want to say, you said you can't have money without health. You can have money without health. You can have money no matter what. Okay. You can have an abundance of money stand alone, and you can flow that river into your lifetime and just swim in it. And then it doesn't come. What I do want to say is it doesn't come, instead of or in spite of or things like that. It's a standalone, and there's enough for everyone. And so,
I appreciate that correction. Thank you. That's very true when I think about it. Thank you for pointing that out. I apologize to everybody for that.
Oh, you're good. It's great to hear from you. Great to hear. We're just sharing ideas, right? Bouncing off of each other and just creating this synergy, which is something that's that's bigger than just each and every one of us individually. When we come together, we're creating something bigger, something larger. So it's great to share. All right, Gypsy, and then we're close to the top of the hour. I know John is getting a little excited. So Gypsy, let's hear from you. And Chukwuemeka, I see you.
This is kind of directed to Annette. I try to think of my life as my desires are better. And I've had things happen like you. And I look at my life now and I see the things that had happened. I'm going, oh, I'm so glad they didn't happen. At that time, you're looking at a certain picture, but as your life goes on, you get a better picture and you can see more. And so I always try to look at my life as what my desires are, or even better. So it's pretty cool.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. And how many times do we worry about a million things that never happen, never come to be? And so, there's a powerful quote, worrying is a misuse of imagination. And we do need our imagination to manifest. We need our imagination to create the abundance that we're talking about. And so imagination is not a bad thing, but, if we use imagination for worry, then we're just kind of shifting into that scarcity mindset. So that was a fantastic reminder. Thank you, Gypsy.
The other thing is that if you kind of look back on your apartment or whatever that was, think about what was going on then and who you might have been involved with. And do you really want to be doing that now? It's like, hopefully your life is better.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. I think we can, if we look back and, better and worse are interesting terms that sometimes can push us in one direction or the other. But if we look back, we can always observe our evolution. There's always growth. We have always learned something, evolved and grown. And then, if we choose to apply that forward, like, with wisdom, then that's us learning from that. We don't always do that, but growth and evolution is something that we're able to observe pretty easily. Good, bad, those are emotional kind of, we're marking things, we're giving it a color. And, if we just kind of look a little bit more stoic or neutral, and we say, okay, I witnessed my evolution. I've grown. I've this was maybe a hard time or some things didn't go exactly as I had planned, but look at me now. Look at what has grown through my garden. Look at the seeds that I planted, and now, the fruit and the flowers that are blooming. So that is a great way to look back if we do that. Chukwuemeka, you wanted to share? I saw your hand go up. No, was it that you wanting to share? Am I wrong? Yes or no? Yeah, you have to unmute yourself. I asked to unmute you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Mindset. I think you've set a goal. You don't have any distraction. Nobody's going to set you for the tangent. Are you with me?
Yeah.
You concentrate no matter what. You're going for the jugular. So anything that comes in your way, you leave it aside and just concentrate on it. That's what I feel.
Fantastic. Yeah. It's like your razor sharp focus, right? You see your goal, you know what it is, you're headed that way, and you focus on it, and you're like, it's magnetizing you. And we have that effect with our thoughts, right? We can magnetize these things that we're looking to create in our lives. So yeah, that's fantastic. Thanks for sharing. Anyone else with some last thoughts about an abundance mindset? Or maybe John wants to say a few words before we sign off.
Well, thank you. I just transferred hosting to you because I got a client in 3 minutes, but so good to see everyone here today. And thank you for the thought-provoking conversation, Karen. A lot of times when people who don't really walk the path want to, give ideas or whatever, they're just looking for agreement. And I can see that we made a great decision in bringing you here into this forum, because like you've got some ability to present ideas that, we can shake them out and see if they actually work in our lives and in our businesses. And that's why we're here, right? Not just to go into agreement with whatever some author said or something, right? We're actually using this stuff or not. Right. So thank you for that, Karen. A little acknowledgement, a little extra love. Let's hear it for Karen, everybody. Yeah. Here's Karen. Pass the collection basket, damn it. Here we go. All right.
Doesn't need it.
Yeah. You've got the controls,
Thank you, Karen.
I gotta roll. All right.
We'll see you tomorrow, John. It's Fun Friday tomorrow. Yes.
Karen,
yes.
the book you mentioned, does it come in audio?
Yeah, everything that we recommend is in audio. I referenced 2 books today, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's a pretty old book, 1938, if I remember correctly. And it's even out there, you could probably listen to it on YouTube or even find a PDF, even though I do recommend buying books and supporting that, but it is an older edition. So those usually kind of come out. And then we have Secrets of a Millionaire's Mind, which I referenced today, which is T. Harv Eker. You can find that audiobook, paperback book, and also, in one of the apps like Kindle or Play Books and stuff like that. I have it on both audio and actually 3. I have it also in paperback. So I like that book. That's one of my staples is Secrets of a Millionaire's Mind. It's a great, fun, good book that you can just get in and out of and read it, and it inspires you and it gives you a lot of fun ideas to work with. And I also love Napoleon Hill because I love that idea of the chemistry of mixing things together to create something new. We also referenced The Power of Consistency was
Mhm.
referenced here by one of the students, by Weldon Long. That's another book that we recommend. So on your welcome video, you would have gotten a list of recommendations, 5 books that we recommend as part of the course. We want you to be reading every day. I know that also John has a book club that he does, and that's another opportunity to join. You know, the more that you read and that you open your mind, the more that you evolve, right? It's easy to stay in that kind of one track wherever we are and comfortable, but the more we read and open our minds, we grow and we evolve. And maybe we like some of the things, maybe we don't like some of the things. We take what we like and we leave the rest. And so it's all part of our growth journey. So I hope that answered your question. Did I answer your question, Chukwuemeka?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Good to see you here. Love to see you here on these calls.
Good to see you too.
All right, everyone. Great to see Liana here as well. Woohoo! And Sarah came online, and Deborah. All right, we will sign off for the day and look forward to seeing, Roxana. Good to see you, Roxana. We will see you all here tomorrow for Fun Friday. So bring a joke, bring your pet, bring your favorite thing to share. It's really about starting the weekend right with the right tone and just kind of sharing as a community and spreading the love. So we'll see you all here tomorrow, same time, wherever you are on the planet. And have a great rest of your day.
And you, bye, everybody.